So we got two players that are away for this session there, which will be Parkus and Kazoo. But that's okay.
Don't worry, you have Dum Dum to hug people.
Yeah, you
He
know.
hugs them real good.
So, yeah, before we start there, just talking about Indiana Jones, have any of you tried the game or looked at it?
I looked at it, but I only saw a short bit of it. And wasn't that impressed. Of course, you got to see a lot more than just the short bit I saw.
Mm.
But I'm not spending $60 on a game.
No, I'm watching the videos there, like, because Bethesda has pissed me off the last few games, so, you know, but,
I am aware of it, but I haven't had any interest in playing it.
yeah, yeah. I'm just watching, like, the movie, like, the cutscenes, just to see what the story is all about. Um, it looks like it's just, like, a lot, they're trying to do, like, more stealth stuff and whatnot. Um, the
Metal Gear
two,
Indiana.
Indiana Jones was never very stealthy.
no, no.
More
He
But they,
took a little bit in each movie, but that was it. It was all action.
yeah, like
could have
they're,
easily been played by Mickey Mouse.
yeah, but it's just,
Conan where he reads poetry.
yeah, just from what I've seen so far in the game, it's like, yeah, this isn't worth a fucking $90 game, whatever. Like, yeah, the two rating parts stuff is cool, but I would rather honestly play it in third person than first person. First person, it doesn't fit the game, in my view, for it. Um, I don't know. Like, but the story so far, because I've only watched like an hour or so, is kind of, I don't know, it's different. Um, so it's not so far. It's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. So I'll say that much about it. But yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark I watch once a year out of the first three. I don't even bother with the last two. In fact, I haven't watched the last one at all and have no interest to. I did, but four was just, uh, yeah, I will say that much about it.
Crystal Skull.
Yeah, Crystal Skull. I did like the
There's a
army
little
ants.
Shia LaBeouf, right?
I did like the fire ant scene. That was interesting. I will
Yeah.
say that. Yeah, but overall, like the villain was shit, and the whole thing about like alien sort of deal was like, this doesn't feel like Indiana Jones. It just, eh. But yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark for me. Um, so all you guys like the third one the best?
It was always my favorite, but I've always been a huge Sean Connery fan. So
Yeah.
I think that influenced it a
Yeah,
bit.
I'm a big Sean Connery fan. It was sad when he died.
Yeah, yeah,
I
But he
think
was
Temple
well
of
in his
Doom
90s.
impacted me the hardest when I was a kid.
yeah, yeah. The
Because the
heart
dude was
rip.
tearing hearts out of people's chest.
Yeah,
Yeah. Kalima Shakti Day.
but that
I still remember the
was
line from that. Yeah.
that was Spielberg. I think it was the one that said like that. They made that one like the dark indie. Like that's why it was not the most favored of the three because it was like he went bad, in the one sequence, and it just took people out of it and all that. But it was different. It was like an adventure, right? Um,
Yeah.
I think what was the villain's name in it? The bald guy. I can't remember. But like he was the creepy villain, like with all that voodoo and shit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, and then the epic like finale there over the bridge and the alligators below or whatever. That was cool. Yeah. But like overall for all three, from because I used to write a lot, I just Raiders like I love how it opens up. I love the idea of the Ark of the Covenant, and how he really finds it, and of course all the snakes and shit, and um, there's just so many wicked sequences in that, like the truck chase scene, and he goes underneath the truck, and then comes back in and takes that guy out, and then of course like the where they actually open the thing and the Nazis get fucked up. But it is true that Big Bang Theory thing. If
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I mean. It's so
yeah. I
damn
know
true.
exactly what you mean. It
Yeah,
is true.
so true. They would find the Ark, open it, and die. So
Yep.
they didn't have to be there.
For all we know, they have.
Yeah. But
The
yeah,
only thing that comes to mind is snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
yeah, yeah. But I liked Belloc as the villain, and then the other guy, I don't remember his name, the one that he shows up in the bar fight and all that. But yeah, Raiders is cool. Anyway, last session ended up at the tavern, as you guys recovered the crates, and you recovered some interesting information as well. So, come morning, um, Dum Dum is recovering. Um, and for Dum Dum, you will have to keep track of that anytime you long rest. Okay?
And blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So we'll handle that
After I have to use my
first.
ghost tool.
Yeah.
So Dum Dum is thrashing and he wakes up frightened.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see if he remembers why he woke up frightened.
Okay.
Yeah, he does for once. Dum Dum saw something scary.
Yeah.
Dear weirdo and Dum Dum dream.
So yeah, you have the access to that vision.
Yeah, but
And
Dum Dum wouldn't be good at describing all that junk.
yeah. And for the rest of you who remember, you were like helping Dum Dum kind of stand up after his kind of drunk escapade, and you saw something
The
on his
Bleak Bottom
back.
Tavern.
Yeah, so there is that to keep in mind as well. Uh, so you had a good sleep, except Dum Dum woke up thrashing about, and you are going to meet Strut. Basically to give him make the crates recovered and all that kind of stuff. So now comes a question on the information you found, which this will be role playing, and how you're going to present that, or if you're going to present all of it.
I mean, because we found all the crates and we brought back the one guy, at least one prisoner, right?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
mage.
one mage. Yep. Well, we've held up our end of the bargain. So, what can you do about getting us that ship?
Okay. So it all meets Strut in the town, and he has taken the crates you brought back, and he's like, follow me. And I will actually take you to this town map for a second. Oops, there it goes. So you'll end up there. Where's the token? I have the player token somewhere. Where'd it go? Did I delete it by accident? Yeah, I might have. Yeah, I'll grab it again. So we'll go right there, little doggy. So he brings you over to this large kind of stone hand that's peeking out. And by the way, the ocean here, ignore that. Just look at it as like actual land because I like the map. It's just as you see on the court map, it's not. There's nothing there. Um, so it's basically like foresty area. Just keep that in mind. Uh, so he takes you to his house, and the house actually looks like it's been built custom like. So it actually looks better than it's depicted on the map itself. Like
Isn't that how it
it
always
it,
goes?
it screams money. You know what I mean? Like it's clean made. The house is built around kind of this large stone hand. Okay. And you'll enter the front entrance there, and it goes directly down. Okay. And some stairs. And then the door kind of shuts behind mechanically. Who has crafting? Does anyone have crafting?
Uh,
I don't know if any of you chose that or
yeah,
not.
I
Okay.
have crafting.
He can give it a
We only
roll.
got 2 crafters.
Yeah.
Nice roll.
No.
That wasn't so nice.
So is it you're kind of like that's a door. Storg,
Dum Dum Sea Door.
yeah. So for Dum Dum, you really have to squeeze through the door, and the stairs are big enough for you to come down and everything. Um, for Storg, you watch the door close, and it's like mechanically geared. It kind of like think of it like it shifts sideways and then it pushes in, if that makes sense, like Star Trek or something like that. Um, very intricate in design. Okay.
Kind of like a van door,
Yeah.
a
Kind of
sliding
like that.
van door.
Sliding van door, yeah. So all of you are led down into this giant sort of library area. Um, and so Strut kind of walks over to this like statue, which is depicting like a Titan. The it is very tall in here. So Dum Dum, you have no worries about headspace or anything. Um, but for the rest of you, you kind of want Dum Dum to be a little careful because there's tables and it looks like things are neat and everything down here in that sense. So, uh, Strut has the crates basically that have been brought down, and they're just picture them. They're sitting there, and they've been kind of perused through. And Strut turns to
Dum
all of
Dum can't
you
rent it.
and kind of like goes, "Well, what do you think?" Kind of gazing around the room.
Colorful book.
Very, very impressive. Dum Dum. Leave him alone. I'll read your story later.
Uh, Duzood would like to try and ask if he has any texts that have information about peoples in the area.
Let's see.
Perhaps some shark-like people.
Okay. I'm just looking over here.
Mayhaps even.
Yeah. Um, so I'm just cruising through some notes here to see. Okay. Checking one more thing quick. So before I get to that, um, Strut does ask basically, so what did you find in that crystal cave? What were the bandits doing? Kind of gives you like the 20 questions kind of thing. How things went, you know.
There are a lot of guards, a whole lot of guards for the amount of crates that we recovered.
Hmm.
It was raining icicles. Yay!
And Strut notices your one kind of little gash on your head that you smashed one of those pillars with, and it's like, hmm. Well, in my history, I've had people that have tried to take my possessions there and try and sell them on the black market. It's no surprise that I have to deal with that here, fortunately. I would think that, that would be less of an issue coming to a place of darkness and people don't usually walk outside of the town and feel more confident and safe here. But unfortunately, with the town, people come on supply runs there, visitors and everything like that from my hot air balloons and such. By the way, there is no one called the Hindenburg, just so you know. Um, but yes, the bandits. We had questioned the one that you brought back, and yes, they had come on the last air balloon, visitors and supplies, and they were well researched apparently in the crates, and we're going to take them and demand a ransom for them from me, of course. But I appreciate you letting them see the light, I guess.
They
So,
saw no light.
mm,
Their
so
light go out.
Strut kind of like kicks at the bottom where the where you found the secret compartment, and he's like, "So, what'd you find in the secret compartment in this crate?" He's well aware, as you can tell.
I don't remember finding a secret compartment.
I think that would have
Dum
been me.
Dum will pull
Oh,
out
that
the
was
Me
ball.
you.
He'll go,
the
ball! Dum Dum found ball. Because he literally has ball.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was it, wasn't it? That has that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a couple of books and things. I'm not sure if they're legible, but I'll kind of, I might as well. I'll
Man,
hold
that
up the
was the
thing that I
perfect
got
spot
because I'm not
for you to
really
lie to him.
like that sort of thing. So I'll hold it up and say, I don't know if anybody can read this or not. I heard some talk from them and such. I don't know. Is there any kind of legend you ever heard about something a warden or whatever sealed in a tomb? Does that make any sense?
His eyes light up. Warden. He puts his hand on his chin. And he kind of like steps away from the crates for a second and he almost like trips on his own feet but maintains a little bit. And he's like, oh, that's a huge legend indeed. Um, it is something that I was hoping wasn't here, but then at the same time was here. You see, I'm like a scholar, collector of ancient trinkets, books, vases, things from tombs that people have come across. And I pay big dollars to gain access to some of the stuff. I'm very particular about what I'm after. Now, the warden you mentioned is a legend that I have heard rumors about. But what does the book mention about it?
Mm, well, it's sort of unclear. And I'll flip
Mm,
around and I'll just kind of flip through the pages right there to see if I get a reaction from him from seeing any of it. Um, something about a warden being sealed away, people trying to break into it, and other people stopping them. And I don't and the guardians of it apparently had originally been responsible for taking that down, whoever this warden was, and sealing them in the tomb. I don't really grasp a lot of this beyond that.
mm. Well, I do have a book that I've kept for all these years.
Mhm.
Just give me a second here.
Do you think we managed to accidentally stop a set of cultists that were going to try and unseal this tomb?
Mm, it's possible. I
And
mean,
would that be any?
for a long time there have been followers of the warden, if it's the same warden I'm thinking of.
Hmm.
Just give me a sec there. I gotta see something here. Mm,
Is he showing us the book Global Waters right now, or can I do a perception check and see if it's on the shelves somewhere? If he's got it.
Yeah, I gotta get to that too. I just
One thing at a time.
yeah, yeah. Okay, my brain's kind of jumping all over the place, but so I'll give this to you for next session. There, I'm not finding it for whatever reason, and I'm tired. So he basically says the warden in question was called the Warden of Sin. Now, what I know is only from this book here, and he pulls it out and he starts showing all of you.
Mhm.
The warden was a summoner, and he wanted to basically have dominance over the world, that old chestnut. And he had summoned uh, some creatures. Now, this is where it gets fuzzy for me. How many? I don't know. Um, and apparently, the last final stand was this particular tomb. Okay. Now, he had followers, which I don't doubt were cultists themselves. I mean, who else would follow such a thing? And most likely they've been trying to find or unearth this story for a long time. And I mean, this goes back probably centuries. So that is what I know. And you guys kind of peruse through the book, and that's the gist of what he's telling you. Okay, so I'm going over my notes here.
By any chance, does the book we're thumbing through have symbols in it similar to those symbols that I have on the final intro?
Okay, so religion check for the group. I need a group religion check. Or roll, I
Group
should say.
religion.
So, who has good religion?
I have a
I've been paying
9.
attention.
Let's see.
I have +2.
Party skills.
Oh, I'm rolling bad today, but otherwise I would have had some.
Religion. Oh, I've got the best religion.
Yeah, I gave it a roll. um, yeah, not high enough. The symbols in the book, you would guess, would be connected to this warden somehow, whether it be himself, where he may be located, maybe to do with creatures that Strut was mentioning, but you're kind of perusing through the library and you don't really find anything that would connect that to him. But that's just kind of like your thoughts there. Um, so I need a group society roll.
Well, I got the best society too.
Okay. That one I'll give you. So Strut basically hands the group, mainly Storg. This will get your attention because you rolled. This was a tattoo that we had traced from our mage friend. As Strark, you recognize it as a cult through society. Cults are commonplace, really, in all over the world. Uh, Followers of cults usually are very loyal most of the time. So this particular cult matches the symbol, and I'm gonna actually look at this here. Okay, on my internet's being annoying. Okay, so it is matching the symbol of the shield. So obviously these ones here were cultists, in fact, bandit cultists that probably had ill will and intention in mind. And with that society roll, that is all the information you get. And now I want an arcane roll, a group arcane roll.
The Dum Dum's just pretending to read books right now.
Yeah, there's a couple that are on the table.
No, he actually slid all the way up while everybody was talking, and he pulled
Okay.
a couple books off the shelf. There's probably books on the floor now too, but he's holding one like sideways and backwards, where he's just reading the cover of it, even though
Yeah.
he's not actually reading it. He doesn't even know what book he has.
Okay. So arcane.
Its words are too complex.
So Strut says, he continues, rather, if the cultists are here and they are active. That means that, and through rumor once again, that the warden is possibly trying to reactivate himself once more, which is not a good sign. Or if he is able to become himself once again, we're in deep trouble. And where he's a summoner from the past, that can only mean that there are creatures involved. He kind of holds his chin instead of rubbing it and everything. Do you show him the globe stuff you found?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't see a reason. I don't see a benefit from not showing him.
Okay.
Mhm.
So with that arcane roll, he's looking at it. He's looking at the potato mat growing, and he's like, "Well, hmm, this I've seen, yes." And he goes over to kind of like one of the areas of the library, and he pulls out a book. And actually, for this particular thing, where Dum Dum is, we're gonna do that. Does everybody see that? So when walking over here, all these books on the shelves and everything are historical books. So anything from different lands and so on and so forth. So Strut walks over there and he pulls a book there. He kind of goes up, grabs the ladder, he wheels it over. You know how they have those in the library, and walks up it and grabs a book there. And he comes over to the table there, and he puts the book on this sort of long table here, opens it up, and you kind of read with him as he's kind of flipping through the pages, and then he comes to the four symbols that are within that book. He's like, "This here, these four symbols, they're discs or keys that were hidden away." So I'm thinking that these discs here may coincide with the actual tomb itself to get in it. Maybe that's what they're looking for. And he kind of looks at all of you and is like, this is a huge undertaking. This is intriguing, but also dangerous. I know, and then this is just my thoughts and all the history that I've collected and stuff over the years, and actually been through some adventures myself in my younger days. Not opening a tomb and leaving it such, yes, that would be ideal because it was closed for a reason, if I'm understanding the history of this. However, if this warden is active, having him contained within that tomb might not leave him contained for long.
Mhm.
And whatever is sealing him inside, again, these are bits and pieces of rumors of what I've heard, might not last long. So I really need, and kind of like steps back almost from the table there, and he's kind of like, I need your advice on all of you to really try to help me with this. Like, this is a huge find.
So we got to decide, do we want to try and get into that tomb and deal with something in there? Do we want to try and seal it off? Do we want to find the people who are supposed to be guarding it and see if they're still about, or if something bad has befallen them? Or do we want to follow up with possible cultists and see from that direction instead?
So Dum Dum noticed you guys talking and trying to figure something out, and Dum Dum just goes, "Dum Dum smash," while still holding a random book, and he's surrounded by several books that fall on the ground.
Dum Dum, didn't I tell you not to get the books out, that I'd read you a story later?
Dum Dum curious.
Duzood will start tidying up the books that Dum Dum's thrown about.
Yeah. So will Strong.
Okay.
He's kind of tisking to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dum Dum
So-
smash a book?
But I will pipe up. Sounds like Dum Dum's just down for whatever, and I'm kind of with him.
Yeah.
Strut basically says, my thing is with those 4 keys, discs, whatever, having those would definitely be a start. And then perhaps decide what to do afterwards. Now, if they're in this globe, theoretically, I'd be very cautious in going in there because that I don't have a lot of information on, for one. Unless you have some from what you
We
found.
showed him everything we've got, right?
Yeah, if they're a race of merfolk, fish people, whatever, they certainly will not care for outsiders by a long shot. So going in that globe, which is has to be taken with caution, I also think that retrieving these so-called keys would be very important right now. Now, I have seen plenty of things in my day, and I've heard many stories of lots of different things. For example, I heard through history, and he goes over and he goes up the ladder again, and he pulls down from the shelf. It says "Seek Tar History." He puts that down on the table once again, opens it up, and is showing everybody. Seekdar's history. Some time ago, there was incident involving a shadow creature named Kree, who was part of an assassin's guild while he was human. And this is just as an example of things that have gone on. Now, from the history books here, it says that when he made a deal with darkness, whatever that was, because history can be kind of bashed around by different people. His plan was stewing over time, and eventually, if he was left unchecked, this incident would have called forth the what is referred to in the history book here as the coming of dark dragons. Now, you can imagine what that would be like if this Kree succeeded. He was stopped by some heroes, so there's that. But my point of it is, I don't think we can let this stew. So that is my suggestion: to tackle the globe, get the supposed keys from within there, and then really decide what we want to do going forward. Because if the cultists figure out how to get those keys, who the hell knows what may happen.
Dum Dum will look up at you guys and go, "I say, wouldn't it be more intellectually fine if we destroyed one of the keys to prevent the case that the seal would be broken? I do think that it would be a proper way to prevent the cataclysm that is to come." As he sounds all smart for a second, and then he goes, "Huh?"
You see
Dum Dum's
Strut
mad.
you see Strut look at Dum Dum with his mouth gaping. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought he was dumb.
He had a
Duzood just
flashy
has a look
genius
of
there.
gleeful wonderment on his face.
Yeah. So Strut kind of gets like regains his composure and he's like, well, advice, anyone? That's my suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, destroying one of the keys is probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Hmm. Even if, well, that's if they can be destroyed.
That's true.
But my thing is about this not opening it and opening it. The warden has to be dealt with either way if he's active.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So keys
So,
are bridge 2 to cross.
yeah, that's my thing. Like, yeah, you could, let's just say you could smolder them all into nothing, but then what happens if this warden who's in this tomb happens to get stronger? You know, I know it sounds complicated, but that's just my thought process, just because of what I've dealt with in the past.
I guess the question becomes, what is it that you want us to do about it?
Well,
Yeah, it sounds like you want us to run a hit.
Well, it seems like we should go deal with it, but where do we go again? Do we know where to go?
well, he basically pulls out the map of Quart and he points here.
Mm. Okay, I
This
see.
can be the
That's a
only place that makes sense for this warden to be.
Mm.
Now, the globe is, from historical standpoint in this land, is cut off from the rest of the land and is basically like one giant swimming pool, as far as I know.
Mm.
Now, that would be probably an opportune place for any of the key or ancient material to be stored. Not
Yeah.
sure how the fish people or merfolk factor into the reason it's there. I mean, again, history is all over the place.
Maybe they're just the guardians.
Perhaps. Perhaps they can be talked with.
Galaxy.
Maybe they could be lured into, I don't know,
Some sort of
conversation.
parlay.
Yeah. But the thing is, and I know this is a huge undertaking and this changes everything. Your boat will take time to put together, like I mentioned or right off the top. But I do consider you friends of, well, me and this town. But also at the same time, there isn't really anyone in town I want to talk to about this because this is huge and would cause panic. But definitely, I don't want this town to become death like the rest of this land. This town is my creation. I came here to kind of get away from a lot of things. But I don't want to see all these wonderful people there that decided to stay with me have a fate worse than death. I know that this is a huge undertaking, but I'm asking you all, will you help me with this? And trust me,
I-
I
It's
I want to get this boat done so that way you can go back and get away from this. But this, like I said, this is a really your choice, your ballpark in this matter now. I'm not forcing you to do anything.
I don't have like the charming liar feat or anything, but can I do a deception check on him to see if he's sounding sincere?
Yeah,
21.
you're getting a lot of truth from him, but he is holding back little bit.
Mhm.
But
Is there
whether
anything you're
that,
not telling us, Trent?
not about this. Told you what I know.
Well, it
You're
sounds like he
getting
could want.
Dazod, you're getting more of him holding back probably information from his past. But he is coming off sincere. You don't get like an evil sort of vibe or anything like that from him.
But he definitely has experience with this that he's not imparting.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Mhm.
I think Strog will go over to the corner and pray to Shillian for guidance.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell him I'm game. It sounds like you want us to investigate this matter quickly and but with some discretion.
Hmm.
The problem with the glowberry is how do we survive in that water?
Well, I think I may have a solution to that. Um, Long ago, when I, got information about this place as best I can, which has been very difficult considering its darkness. The global water did come up through mostly historical things. There have been adventurers that have come here before, and at the time to explore it, which never really happened. Well, I've been in this town. I had kind of crafted a sort of deal for exploration of that place. I mean, I was younger back then. Um, so he kind of he says, "You wait here. I'll bring down exactly what you may need." And he goes and leaves all of you for a bit, and then at that
Uh,
this point, you can like talk amongst yourselves as a group on what's transpired before he comes back.
hey, guys, do you think it's worthwhile to look into some sort of a peace offering to offer these shark folks, since it sounds like whoever was here before had a super rough time with them?
Perhaps that might be a good idea. Something to help ease negotiations and to get them on our side of everything with things. Hmm.
Both sounds like a good idea.
While we're away looking into this, he said there's 4 keys, so we're going to have to figure out where all 4 of them are if we decide to get involved in all of this, which I'm game for. But we should probably suggest to him or something to research where to find the other keys while we're away, or at least give us some assistance in that. We're going to have to figure that out. And
Duzood's like, I'm listening as he's walking off. He's wants to check out these books of the mind though, if he can.
mhm.
So they are you right away like notice that they are behind a magical barrier, probably
Oh,
touching it.
walk the fuck off.
Yeah, yeah, they're protected.
What about the books of magic?
So the books of magic are pretty much books on. You kind of like pick one off the shelf and you look through it. This mage invented this, and it's almost reading like fucking ads you would see in magazines back then, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
popular science, but magic.
yeah. It's like you do find one. I will say for fun, you do find one of a mage. What do I call him? Never mind. So there was this mage, okay, and he had, and as the story goes, he was an apprentice of a head mage, and this apprentice was cocky as hell. he had, while the master was away, he would make stories up about his conquerors. And one of them in particular that he was proud of was he had taken on a whole stronghold of orcs by himself. But he was a liar. Lied his way to sort of the top of the magic game. Until one day, he was out with adventurers on a big epic mission, and there came across an orc stronghold that the heroes need to get into. They sent only him because of his boasting. Well, what turned out to happen is that this mage went up to the front door of the stronghold. The orcs cursed him out. And he went to cast his best spell, which was actually the weakest because he had honed his lying more so than his magical prowess. And he was shot in the head with an arrow. So the book is entitled The Mage, Liar of Liars. Just for your entertainment.
Cool. I'll get a chuckle out of that.
Yeah.
Now, besides the overall value of art and history, none of these appear to be spell books or contain anything useful as far as spells go.
No, there's
No.
no scrolls or anything like that.
Okay.
You may have found. Ooh, there's one document that's good for everyone. I'm just perusing actually the documents while you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Aha! I did find the book. Okay. I knew I was half asleep. Okay, so in the location documents in the document subfolder, you will now see that there are 2 new entries. Early Days and Sin's History.
I
Yeah.
don't see either one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be there.
It's like dark.
They're in the location documents.
Yeah, location documents, which will be
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Early
like
days.
blacked out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So Early Days is basically about court itself. The story of Sin's history is what you've been talking about.
Oh, incidentally, I did mean to ask. So it does sound like a better idea to go visit these shark people before we just take on the Dark Tower in the center of the map.
Yeah.
That is
Probably.
So with a cheat code, you input up, down, left, right, BA. The code in the game says
AB.
you better no. I'm gonna say whatever I want. Okay, I'm the GM. Quiet. The code says go for fish people or die. No, it doesn't say that.
Got it.
Okay, so
What
Strut comes back, and he puts on this table over here. Uh, just going to say L6, even though 2 players aren't here. But they look like breathing apparatuses you put kind of over your nose and your mouth. And he says, these here are devices that I have constructed that are able to breathe in toxic type of environments, including underground water breathing, which is rather neat. And I need the crafter to roll me a crafting check or crafting roll on these things.
Dang.
Okay.
Crafting.
That's pretty good. So Zit, you're looking at them, you pick one up, and they look very advanced mechanically, kind of like the door that you came through above. Well constructed. They look like a kind of a material that, get a little wet and won't rust overnight kind of thing. And it looks like they're built in a way, if this makes sense, where air is pumped through so that way you can breathe and you're not intaking outside material like gas or water. Okay? Yeah. So, need that now. All right. So, what is the plan, Stan?
I guess we're going to go to the big fishbowl.
All right, the fishbowl. Okay.
Well, or did we want to try to get something as a peace offering before we go?
Yeah, that part.
Okay, so Strahd says, peace offering. Perhaps. And he goes over to the books of the mind, and you see him kind of tap his right leg in a sort of combination, like if somebody would read Braille or something like that. And the barrier goes, and he goes over to a ladder, goes up it, he picks down a book, and then he puts the book in his one hand and then does a bunch of symbols, and the barrier goes back up. He walks over.
Meanwhile, Dum Dum goes back upstairs.
Yep.
Dum Dum White, no.
As you
And-
notice, there's a few books that are on the floor along the way.
Oh,
yeah.
jeez.
So as he sees Strut sees Dumna going, make sure he doesn't take books beyond this library, please. And then he
It's,
puts this book on the table. Now you notice there is he opens the book there, and kind of tucked in a sort of sleeve area there is a sort of device as well, which I need another crafting roll.
Another
So,
what? Crafting roll? Coffee break.
oh, very good. So, you know everything about this. So, think of this as like an alarm. Um, so Strut basically pulls this out. It's kind of like a hairpin, and he kind of shows over. You see, this prevents books from quote unquote disappearing from a library. Not that too many people come down here, just saying, but precautionary. He puts it on the table. With that roll of 25. So if this, let's say this book in particular were to be stuck out here and past some point, you don't know where, we'll shock the shit out of somebody. So it's a security measure. Yeah. So he closes the book and he hands it to use it, and he's kind of like, this book here is information on the past merfolk, mages, and spell lore. And when the book was open, you noticed that it was in some weird aquatic language that you couldn't make out. Give them this, particularly, hopefully, somebody in charge as a peace offering. Perhaps this will be better than nothing, right?
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
guess I'll put that in my bag.
Yeah, you can add it yourself. Well, I gotta scurry you guys out of here, and lock this place up there because I gotta go tend to the town. Fortunately, I don't like leaving my library unattended too long. But I believe you have everything you need right now. And be sure to visit the store before you go in case you gotta shore up a little bit. And I guess that will be on your way.
Yeah, we got some stuff in the party stash we can sell.
Yeah. All right. So what I'll
I
do,
would like to buy some darts.
yeah. One second. Just the store has added a couple of things. Okay. So we'll go to the
5 darts.
town.
It's a whole 5 copper.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have access to if you're going to the tavern, there's that. Going to the store, there's that. You just double click on it and open it up. And,
Other than the elixirs of life and healing potion and the spell book, is there anything that y'all want to keep out of the party stash?
I thought that crossbow might be useful.
Crossbow? All right, we hold on to that.
A
Does
bunch
anybody
of
want
bolts.
any of that stuff? I guess is the question.
I don't think there's anything useful for Dum Dum. Let's see. No, there really isn't anything useful for Dum Dum.
um, how many crossbow bolts do you have in the party?
Uh,
There's like
there's
40 of them.
yeah,
Okay.
there's 2 sets of 20 in the stash.
hmm Okay.
Them too.
If nobody wants the armor, I'm gonna sell the armor.
What kind of?
Scale mail and leather armor.
Oh, I've already got one there. I want to start. Yeah. Scale mail's got the noisy trait, right?
Uh,
And it's medium, so never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. I can't wear armor at all.
Bolts. Yeah, the rest of that. Whatever.
Oh, that's not set up right. It didn't automatically give us the coinage for it.
Just
The
okay,
stuff has been acting weird for a few updates now.
mm-hmm.
Leather armor was 2, and the scale was 4 or 6, so that should have been 3 gold.
Ooh.
Oh, can I also buy some replacement thieves tool kit picks?
There if there isn't any in the store right now, we won't have it.
Gotcha.
I will say that they'll have picks though, if you need picks.
And open this. Okay.
So you could just add like 5 picks to your inventory if you want,
Okay.
even if they're not listed.
Do you think they would take us having fishing tackle as like a sign of aggression?
They might.
You start like say you rather treat them like dogs. Come here.
It's the equivalent of bringing like a burning cross.
Yeah.
Well, that really depends on the culture because that's not considered a bad thing
Oh,
in a
fair.
lot of different now.
Fair enough. There's an anti-venom potion here, guys.
Yeah.
10 of them.
So yeah, with the history on the sin stuff and history on the court itself, you can interpret it however you want. That's just more for you as players to kind of get an idea of a lot of things. Okay. It'll depend on what your character would know. You could play with that on what they wouldn't know if you want. I think it's always fun that way. Just let me know when everyone's done with the stores.
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
That's good enough for right now.
Yeah. Ooh. I remember these maps. They're cool. I'm just looking at them. All right. So everyone's good?
Think so.
Okay. So I'll close those up. Good. All right. So let's go to our world map here. And we'll move our token there. So the globe of water doesn't take that long, like a day to get to. It's a huge, like walking around the entire thing, like you're knee deep in water. um, so this will be a little bit of theater in the mind here. Yeah. Okay.
Well, if they're knee deep in water, then I'm like chest deep in water, right?
Yeah, probably.
So
And it probably
I'm
just
gonna
covers my toes.
I'm gonna
I'm only
request
maybe a
to
foot deep in water.
ride
Yeah.
Dum Dum shoulders if I can.
Yeah, Dodo will pick you up. You just have to ask him.
Yeah.
Upsies.
Oopsies! Both of them's gonna just pick you up and put you on his shoulder as he walks.
I'm gonna hold your horns like handlebars.
Yeah.
So let's go, because he's not holding on to you as he walks.
Just
Hey,
read
they're
it
literally
slowly.
bull horns. I
They are.
don't know how familiar with
And
cycling
if
any of you are.
somebody just glances from a distance, it probably looks like you're riding a giant flesh-like Omnitron. They might mistake you for a Ventor.
Okay.
But I can be perception checking while I'm up there.
You can. I'm actually just finishing reading this. So,
You got good height.
okay, so you're walking around. I want a group survival rule.
Or eyeball.
Dum Dum can do that. I'm not sure if he's the
Not
best
even
there.
trained.
Who has? Okay,
Zit's
Zit
got
has the best survival. I'm second.
You are. Oh, okay, that's a surprise.
Zit beats me by one.
Oh no, I don't.
Zit, that's not a good survival roll.
That's okay. You got 3 more that you can try. So go for the second one.
There you go.
Hey!
Now that's a good survival roll.
Look at that. Like, they're going from I don't see shit to, like...
I'm like, hey, are these good mushrooms? As I pull out some
I'm
toxic.
rolling good today for some odd reason. It's weird.
Alright, so we're going to pause this for a moment.
I do not have a token of visibility in this one.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. Going to use the party token. So everyone can see that now?
I can. Nope.
I see black and a spinning star.
Hang on.
I see where the party token's supposed to be, but everything else is all black. There we
There
go.
we go.
Boxes
All right, cool. So
and fifth element stuff.
you're coming along, going around this giant area, and for a while there, you're kind of like, where the hell can we get in? And then Dum Dum points out a strange
Some
door.
sea stuff.
Yeah. So picture a sort of stone door covered in peat moss and water. And picture this area here. Hopefully, you can see the ping. It's kind of like slabs within a door. I tried to find cool artwork for the door, but I couldn't really find one for the niche I wanted to go for. And you notice that that on the sides here are these strange symbols that appear to look like that they sort of come off and can be
Yeah.
placed inside these areas.
This is the cycle of water, isn't it?
So I will
Because if
say
there's the
that
air, there's the water.
For the notes you found on the globe, probably may be good for reading into.
Everyone can see that stuff now, right? It's not just me.
Yeah.
Those pages. Okay. I don't know if I had to do something. For that.
Just looking at this, all I see, for what I see, we have the cycle of water going from evaporation to rainfall and into the main water source and just constantly circling. What it looks like to me.
Yeah, I'm going to make everybody have access to the globe stuff now. Just give me a moment. Because everybody's basically
Yeah, I
seen
can't
it.
see whatever document this is.
To you, Dum, this looks like, it's nothing you would recognize. So everybody should have access to the globe note now, both of them.
Yep.
Okay. So it appears like this would be some sequence. And you should be able to move around the symbols accordingly.
So first, it streams through the shape. I'm guessing that's the one with the 3 wavy lines through the octagon?
That's what
Or
I'm thinking.
triangle? One of those two?
Don't worry about the accuracy of the symbol
Hexagon.
being on it. It's just
Second would be the multiple rain, which I think would be this one.
There you go.
Third is the little rain. But is this 3 here, or is it 3 over here?
this will be the third one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fourth is the teardrop over the wave.
Like that one that we're covering.
Yeah. That should be this guy.
Okay. Cool.
What I called an octagon, but was not.
No, you got it right. I'm a sucker for puzzles, so hope you don't. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Hope you don't mind some puzzles here and there.
We Zelda'd it.
I like puzzles, but Dum Dum's not smart, and so I'm not playing a smart character for once. So I'm trying to avoid helping and keeping in character.
All right. So as you kind of slide these symbols into place, you hear a clank, and this door opens up, allow you to go inside.
I'm guessing we already affixed the breathing apparatus deals.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say have them on just for precautionary.
Yeah, you would have to help Dum Dum with that.
Yeah.
And we did. Encumbered. Carrying more weight. Well, I don't want to do that. I'm going to drop some shit.
We'll help Dum Dum put his on and tell him don't take it off. Or do. Either way. But
So
you want to live, don't take it off.
So I'm just going to provide a little light here, but picture this area is like dark, and as you kind of all come in, the door closes behind you, but you kind of like, oh, you panic, can we get out of here? And then you kind of like go to touch it, and it opens back up, so you're not trapped, if that makes sense.
So this apparatus we're wearing, it has a big old tank on our backs now, right?
It works actually just with it on. It's kind of got. It's very
So
intricate,
it's not like
like.
full scuba gear.
No, it's just like think of it as just headgear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these things you see look like that.
Dum
You
Dum's gonna pull out his battle axe and point and go, "Looky, everybody!" As he tries to speak.
so as you're in here, picture your characters feeling like they're underwater, but they're kind of not. If that makes sense. Like you're kind of like moving around, and it feels like you're floating in water, but you're able to walk at a normalcy. Just the feel of the cold of water, that kind of thing. So you do see these things kind of moving around a little bit. They are not aware at the moment. Even if Dum Dum speaks. So when you speak, it sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to sound like. I was in the
Yeah.
underwater. Oh,
Yeah. But
Who
okay.
grabbed the book as the gift book? Who's carrying that?
Dum Dum home.
That's. I guess I was carrying it, but it's in the party stash.
Okay.
So we just click and drag that somewhere? Or?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll assume you have it there. So. I gotta see something.
Oh, and I had to put the crossbow back in the party stash because I was encumbered. I
Okay.
don't know if I was just allowed to do that. Someone holding that for me? Actually, can I do a thievery check to try and like plant it on Dum Dum's back to see if he knows that it's there, and then I can just draw it whenever I need it?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard, except whenever he shoots his axe, which he can't really do too well in this water. Because you got to remember, Dum Dum's axe is larger than him, which makes you wonder why it doesn't have reach.
So then, can I tie it to his calf?
Oh, you could probably easily do that. It's not that
Alright.
hard to pass a will check on him for thievery or
Let's see.
perception, whatever it was. I keep on forgetting.
17?
See, that passes.
All right.
That passes both his will and his reflex.
Nice.
So he has no clue it's there.
Okay.
Cool.
We're gonna use this guy. So let's call him. Let's call him Bob because you know I'm going to.
No, Bob's tomorrow.
Mm.
Dr.
Okay.
Bob.
So this eel-looking creature notices you and kind of swims over. And you can actually hear him, but you don't see his mouth move. You hear him through your mind. Why are you here, humans?
Dum Dum will just be looking around like crazy, trying to figure out where the voice is coming from.
We've come to ask about so if you have we've come to speak to, I guess, one of your elders or wise people about anything you may know about keys and such, or the old warden or anything like that.
Are you here to claim the keys?
Perhaps we just want to inquire about them first, and then see if we can have a discussion. We have we brought some things to trade and exchange as well.
What do you have to trade?
A new book. An old book.
And you hear da 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 as you kind of pull it out. Okay. So he Cosmo's not here. L's not here. Okay. So he kind of slithers around the book and it comes out of its hand and kind of like sits in front of him. And he now looks at the book and then he looks at you. And I would like Zit to go into whisper for this.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a very excellent book.
Mm-hmm.
Could your relation be with a man named Sprott?
The name sounds, yes, I believe so.
We have heard of books like this being in his care.
Mm-hmm.
This is most gracious for a offering. We are in a bit of a situation, and I don't know if I would say through the gods, but our underground lair has been overrun.
Huh.
In recent time, these ancient keys have been a problem. They have been slowly taking over the minds of our brethren here.
Hmm.
Much of what you see out here is ones that have not been taken over by the evil powers that be. However, there's too many dangers for us to risk going back inside. We have lived as best we can in that time to try and figure out how to take back our underground lair. I just met you, but we need someone to go in there. Quest coming up! um, to take care of the situation, we need those keys removed from this place as it has soured our lifestyle here.
Hmm. There's either keys, you say, that you need removed from there.
Yes, but I caution that ones inside are not as friendly as we are here.
Okay. But they are your kin, I take it, but they have been possessed by the keys?
They are no longer what we deem as friends. Their minds are gone.
There would be no chance of freeing them then?
Not that we have tried, no.
Okay.
The
I wanted to
keys
know.
have been active for a few months now, I'm assuming, as my magic has attempted to try and disable them, but it was to no avail.
I I think we could be of mutual assistance to each other because it looks like we may need the keys to prevent something of a horrendous nature from happening on the outside of this bubble. Um,
We
if we go
cannot
in there,
go we cannot go in there, for it seems that the power is very effective against the fish mines particularly. But
yes, hopefully we will have better resilience against it.
yes,
If we go in there, I myself would be capable of trying to exercise some discretion and not kill many of your kin. But it sounds like you're not too concerned about that if their minds have been possessed. I mention this because my friend here, and I point back at Dum Dum, if I let him loose in there, nothing is likely to survive in there.
we unfortunately cannot save those that are already so-called dead to us.
In that case, um, we'd be okay to unleash him. I just would not. I just well pray for those kin that you have lost. And I'll if I see an opportunity to save someone, I will. But yeah, if it's beyond our ability, then it will be beyond our ability. But
I
yes, we will try to remove the keys from here if that is the curse. Probably, I imagine when we are carrying them out, you'll want to stand clear.
I would caution also that there are things in there you will come across, such as protections, aka rooms you look out for out of game. Um, and we had a adventurer come visit us the one time, and he had misplaced his journal entries, which would pertain to what you found a long time ago. He only mentions that, but it's just of your information. We would be very grateful for getting our underground back to us. But we do say to be cautious of destruction too much. It doesn't matter about our former kin, but try and not destroy our
The
great
buildings.
building, please.
Yes, because you'll want to that is your home that you'll want to retake, of course, after we've um removed the things from there. Okay.
Yes.
I'll communicate that point to my companions.
Okay, so he'll walk off, but you can go back to general.
Craft business, and I get this extra filament scraps. They're called filament poop. So I make these
So,
little boxes different to Kai and put that in there.
so
This
all of
fellow
you
here,
see the eel head off with the book in its clutches as it turns to you all.
yeah, this fellow that I've been discussing here says that in their lair, the keys we're seeking have apparently have an evil influence on the minds of these people. Inside their lair, there are several of them that have become possessed. They do not believe they are capable of being redeemed. So I kind of point to Dum Dum. We can kind of unleash the big guy in there, but not out here.
Not out here.
They
Now,
didn't
how are
want
you saying this if we all sound like we're underwater the whole time?
Yeah, I have no idea how I'm
For
talking.
we can understand it.
Do you have
I
message?
don't think anybody has actual message.
No,
Oh, I have it.
see,
Fluent
what
voice.
happens after that, and you zit. So this is the funny bit, is that you're kind of thinking, how am I going to communicate with this when I don't have telepathy, that kind of thing. And then you kind of like you speak like hello or a few words. All of a sudden, you can,
In mid
as if,
conversation,
yeah,
yes,
like conversation all of a sudden is able, and you feel like this area here as if it's like you were walking on normal land now. So you think through an arcane sense that like it's sort of a barrier to people coming in here.
Mhm.
Talk
Mhm.
Now
normal.
they do request of us not to damage the structure because they want to reoccupy the home once it's safe. But we can go in there, retrieve what we need, and they would very much appreciate it if we removed those of their kin that have become possessed. Um,
Dum Dum Smash?
Once we get inside the layer, yes, not out here. The ones out here are friendly.
Dum Dum Hug?
Yeah, out here.
Lightly, dum dum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's oh, and I believe that there may be, he said there are protections, possible traps and other things we'll have to keep an eye out for.
Perhaps.
Or other wards. I'm just a little unclear on that point. But yes, we'll need to be careful, tread cautiously inside there. And I kind of look at Dum Dum like, which might not be entirely possible.
Yeah.
Dum Dum, be careful. Careful. Wait. You careful? Full care. Full?
Sounds good.
Dum Dum try.
Lead on.
Okay.
As you say, Leon, Dum Dum just starts charging past all these people.
No, Dum Dum, I'm not talking to you.
He doesn't attack him or anything. He's running past them at full
They,
speed towards the deal.
yeah, they get out of your way as they watch you
So
all go.
all there is just this big swish of water running past him.
Yeah.
I guess we're
Okay.
going that way.
Oh, well, I stepped where he stepped.
So you go towards this sort of underground temple, okay, and you enter past a barrier, and it feels like you're on land, but it's like this. There's no echo of sound, and it still it almost feels like you're in like a dome under the water, like SeaWorld or something, um, in that sense. And ahead of you,
Okay,
uh,
Dum Dum's smart enough not to keep on charging and bashing through doors and waiting for everybody else.
so there are two large statues that stand before you. I require a perception roll from someone.
A new perception.
Roll
Dum
again.
Dum sees nothing.
Uh, just got it.
Goes sees some.
Okay, Zod. You just got it. 15's what you needed. So you're looking around and you notice that the two statues are mechanical. They seem to be like a mechanism of sorts. Um, crafting roll. I
From
need
me?
from yeah.
Uh, can I just note that this looks like it needs some crafter's expertise to weigh in? Because I'm a
Yeah,
+0.
that's okay. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and I'll give it a look.
All right, very good. Okay. So you'll see that the two statues are holding axes in their hand. Okay. Dum Dum goes to pull on one, but it doesn't do anything because he thinks, "Oh, bigger axe." Um,
There's no way these axes are as big as mine. They're probably the same size, really.
uh,
Because are they bigger than huge? Are they ginormous
they're
axes?
giant. They're ginormous.
Okay, so that would mean that they take up 4 squares then. Because Dum Dum's axe takes up 3 by 3 because it's classified as a huge.
Mhm. So attached to those axes are ropes. The ropes look very strong. They're kind of like made of a metallic type of rope with material.
Okay.
And it would appear this is the way that the door ahead of you would be opened.
Hey, Dum Dum, try pulling
Well,
these
it depends.
cables.
Okay, so Dum Dum's gonna grab both cables and he's just gonna start yanking at full strength.
Okay, so roll me athletics.
My aid.
That's my weaker of the two. By 1 point. And Dum Dum is not feeling himself because he did not roll. He did not pull it very well.
You
He's
gotta
having
pull
trouble.
these ropes here, but you're able to reach out and grab both, and you yank on them, and you almost like feel pulls on your arms, like you just like pull the muscle almost.
Try one at a time, Dum Dum.
Okay. So he'll pull just one now. Pull the left one.
So you pull the left one, and the rope goes up on the right one, and
The rope
nothing
goes up.
happens. Nothing happens from that.
So you grab that one, and I'll grab this one. Can I pull them together?
Well, it
Okay.
seems that they're the same cable. Or do I notice that? Do I have to roll perception for that?
Yeah, you roll perception for that.
Nope. Didn't
You
see it.
know nothing. You think that they are made of bubble gum and that you have to chew on them.
I might not even be looking at what they're doing.
No.
I'm still just impressed with my crossbow getting tied to Dum Dum's calf without him noticing.
All right. What if three of
Dum
us
Dum's
get on?
most perspective person.
All right. So,
So what are we trying to do here? We're trying to pull these ropes to open the door? Or
We
is that-
think.
yeah, you're trying, yeah, pull on one side, pull on the other.
So
Let's
what if
grab-
3 of us get on one rope and Dum Dum's on the other?
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. So Zit, you're good. Dum
Dum Dum
Dum.
pulls it horribly.
Dum Dum just struggling with his one rope. Storg and Duzood, you're all pulling on the right side, and you get it down, no problem. But Dum Dum's having trouble.
Dum Dum will pound his foot against the ground and go, Dum Dum! And he just yanks it. That would have been
Okay,
perfect for that 20 there.
yeah. So finally, after a bit, you pull both sides, and the door opens. And just a sec. I want to get rid of something. No, there you go. Okay. So there we go. So this room here. I read this here. Okay.
I go to move and he pauses it.
Yeah, I know that he was going to rush in. Haha.
No, he rolled pretty good on his will. He's not rushing right now. If I'd rolled low, he'd be rushing in like crazy.
So, a left top right doors sit locked and shut with a picture of a hammer in the center of the floor. There are 4 pillars, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom of the room. Okay, for this, I need a crafting check.
Neat
Ooh,
water effect here.
awesome. Okay. So, Zit, you walking around looking at these pillars, they are half pillars. They you can like climb up them and everything, but you notice that they appear to go down, and you notice at the top of the pillars they look like they've been struck by a blunt object. So from that roll, you figure that this is a way to go forward, but there has to be a sequence for which these pillars are hit.
Interesting.
You look like you're thinking about something over there, St. Lolly.
So, again, check your globe notes.
Oh, the
Are
globe
we
notes.
in a
Could not
particular
be 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 4, 3, 2, 1.
hit or push them down? What was that? I think it's hit them. Globe notes, huh?
There's something strange about it. I feel it design on the
12-point stuff.
Can I further inspect the image of the hammer?
Yeah, it's a looks like its design was some time ago. Um, and it looks like the handle is of an aquatic design. The symbols here, you can't read what they say. They're in some kind of aquatic language.
The points of the star look like shark's teeth.
Mm.
Broken shark's teeth. Not to go all Rorschach test on you guys, but
Dum will fail it, and you all think that Dum Dum's a robot.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put in numbers for you. Just give me a sec. For
So the scary thing
representation.
is, here's something really, really scary. Is they did a survey last year with just 1,000 random people between the age of 20 and 30. They gave them work questions and everything, just random. And 95% of them failed it. So there might be robots everywhere.
Oh. I was about to say, I didn't think you could fail a Rorschach test. I thought it was just a...
You can only
Like a
fail it
spectrum.
is if your intelligence is less than 60 points.
I got
Or,
you. Just have no correlation skills whatsoever.
exactly. And for so many to fail it.
It's like black ink
What's
blots.
really
It's like,
sad
I
is
see the color green.
they spent $300 million on this survey. Waste of government money.
No, that sounds actually like some useful findings. If your people are that dumb, like I would want to know that.
All right. So,
True, but I don't think they're going to do anything about it.
what's the thinking on the pillars here?
So, is there a hammer anywhere that could be used to strike the pillars?
Roll
Some don't
perception.
have axe.
Did you say perception?
Yeah.
Dum Dum will hold up his axe, go, hammer!
Right over here, there is a decent sized hammer that appears that it's been used a few times in the past.
All right, Dum Dum, I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Dum Dum, listen.
Go pick up the hammer, and then I'm going to show you which one of these pillars to hit, and I want you to hit it one time each, okay?
So Dum Dum will put his axe on his back and go walk over and pick up the hammer. What type of hammer do we got here?
Now, should we do 1, 2, 3, 4, or should we do 4, 3, 2, 1?
Well, the journal notes said that it was neither of those.
Oh, it can't be those. Okay, I misread that.
So how big is this hammer, Nexus? It's as
It's
big as his axe?
it's as big as your axe. It doesn't look like
Cool.
it's could be used for carrying as a weapon going forward. It's ceremonial.
Dum Dum still will take it to. He will ready his monkey hammer. Dum Dum, ready.
And
Dum
I
Dum
need
spin.
perception from anyone except Dum Dum.
Perception.
Not me.
Hey,
Zod. You notice that around the pillar areas, the floor looks really cracked.
hey, Dum Dum, try hitting the floor instead of the pillar itself.
I wouldn't. Just saying. It looks cracked. So you're guessing from that really good roll there that because this has been done enough times, it would have to be done correctly, or it's possible that the floor would cave in. It's
Oh, so maybe I don't say that.
sort of a mechanical trap for those that don't
Oh,
hit it right. Yeah.
Well, then I guess I better not guess because I was going to say do 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, but
there's
Um,
nothing else in these texts that we've got that might give a hint.
I will say, because of that perception roll, this one looks hit more than the others.
So 2 is more than likely the definite first one. Try hitting
Tell
the...
Dum Dum to hit it.
I
Yeah,
will.
I'll tell Dum Dum to hit.
I will say
Well,
that
what?
the sequence there may involve two more than once.
So Dum Dum will take a swing at the pillar,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure 17 hits it.
Yeah, they're not
That's what they
hard to
told me.
hit there. Okay.
Not exactly dodging us.
So 2 goes down and clicks into place.
Dum dum, get it! And he holds up the giant hammer.
Well, I guess would another perception check see what one looks second most hit?
Yeah. You notice that 4 doesn't even have a scratch on it.
Well, I would say hit that one last.
You may
But-
not hit 4 at all.
Fair enough. Stay away from number 4, dum dum.
Which
If they
one's
don't have numbers, I
4?
point at it.
Oh, that one. So
Yeah.
Dum Dum.
Um,
Dum Dum knows he hits that one. And he randomly just points north, and so there's no pillar there. Wait, where'd pillar go?
what's a 24 get me? Or 22 get me?
Yeah, you're right about 4 that it hasn't been touched. This one has been hit multiple times. And I will say 3 and 1, there's less marks on it.
But not one more than the other.
So
that I can
you would
notice.
guess that between these 2 would be in the sequence, and this one would be hit more than once. So with him hitting that and it gets locked into place, probably not a good start.
Mm.
Well, I'm not good at puzzles, and I've read through this thing twice, and I'm not seeing anything that really,
Indicates a sequence.
not to me anyway.
You could just tell Dum Dum to smash.
If I think Dum Dum's going to smash, I'm going to step to the other side of the door.
No,
I will.
Dum Dum gets really fun once he hits um, level 5. Is whenever he really gets fun.
I will say that it's a countdown of sorts. So there's
Try
4.
tapping 2 again, dum dum.
Okay, Dum Dum will then hit it again with hit number 2 again.
Okay, so you hit
And I'm
2.
afraid he destroyed that pillar.
No, they're pretty
That
sturdy.
means
So you hit the second one there, and the rest of you notice that the flooring begins to crack some more, and the pillar number 2 resets itself.
Okay.
So
that
3
doesn't
and
right
1.
because that would have been doubled. So I'd at least done 20 damage to that pillar.
Wow.
So the best I can figure, the sequence would either be 1, 2, 3, 2, or 3, 2, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know which way to start. And since it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's not 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm thinking 3, 2, 1, 2. But that is just a guess.
3213. But yeah,
Yeah.
I will defer to the man with the hammer.
You really want to defer to Dum Dum? Dum Dum is. I'm not playing an intelligent character here. Remember?
Well, unless I want to wrest you for control of the hammer itself.
Well,
I
you'd
do.
also have a really. You would be like, let's see.
What's Sid think?
I don't see a good clue anywhere.
You will guess through the notes there that it is a countdown.
So 3, 2, 1.
But at what point does the 2 get hit again? That's the question.
Well, based on saying that, well, when does it get hit in? So it could be 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2.
3, 2, 2, 1.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it is 4321, and the guy was just being cryptic in his notes.
Well, we don't think it's 4 anywhere, but yeah, it was.
I will say ignore 4. I will tell you that.
So 3, 2, 2, 1. If 2's been
Let's
hit the
start with
most,
3
it's
and
a
see
count.
what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have orders, Dum Dum. 3, 2, 2, 1. So you gonna go for it?
And we know if they depress into the floor, we did it wrong, so we'd have to start over.
Yeah, essentially. Dum Dum, you there? He just drops it.
There
So
we go.
3, 2, 2, 1 is your sequence, Dum Dum.
Yeah, I heard. It's just my headset acted up and
Oh,
working
all right.
for a second there. So I had to do it. So yeah, Dum Dum's gonna hit 3, 2, 2, 1.
Okay. You guessed right. As you hear the doors unlock. So one here, to the left, to the right, and at the top. And I think that's where we're going to pause it because we are, of course, short 2 players.
Was there a clue or somewhere that we were all missing?
We were missing El Mako and Cosmo.
Oh no, I mean a clue in the design. Is there a clue in this design that we are all missing as players? Now that it's
Yeah, pretty much. He said that 1 and 3 haven't been hit that often, but 2 have been hit a lot. Like 4 didn't get hit. So 4 was not part of the sequence based on because it was clean. 3 and 1 were hit once, and then you had 2, which was hit several times. So they had been hit twice. He said the countdown was the numbers were a countdown. So in order to make it a countdown in a sequential order like he was talking about, you'd have to do 3, 2, 2, 1 in order to get it.
Yeah, but those were that. I mean, those were. He was hinting that at us, but I was trying to figure out what was the clue in the actual puzzle we were looking at that would have given us that.
I don't know. I don't have access to those documents.
It would be like the sequence order. That's why it was very vague.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I'm
anyway,
actually really good at puzzles. I just it's not in Dum Dum's character to be a puzzle guy. So
all right. So we're gonna go through highlights tonight with starting with Duzood.
Probably successfully tying my crossbow to Dum Dum's calf.
Okay. Dum Dum, you?
Dum Dum getting a new hammer and a new book because nobody actually ever checked him after he left the library. So he actually has a book from that library.
You think you do?
No, he does. It's in his bag.
Mm.
Because remember,
Strong.
you told them to check Dum Dum when before you guys left, you make sure you didn't have any books, but nobody actually ever checked on them.
Uh-huh.
We had the book.
Stork, what about you?
Store didn't really have anything too memorable to do this evening.
Uh,
So nothing really just jumps out at me.
all right. And Zip.
Well, I guess I got to really roll with crafting today. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so got a lot of use of that one, which I didn't expect to see. But yeah, that and the interaction with the storm guy in his library was a lot of fun to
Okay.
just to get the story jump started on that.
Yeah. Yeah, my highlights were like the role playing sort of theater of the mind deal and Dum Dum finding the door to the globe. That was pretty good. And then the sequential
That was a
puzzle.
flash of brilliance out of the blue.
Yeah. Yeah. And the interaction with the fish people within the entranceway was good. And then Dum Dum kind of pushing everyone out of the way just to get to the temple.
He was in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he was told to go.
Yeah. Wow, that's true.
He
Yeah.
just it wasn't said directly at him. It was just said general, and he took it as literal.
Yeah. Anywho, before we head off for the night, wish everybody that I won't see tomorrow a happy holiday, Merry Christmas going into next week because there's no game, and we'll all meet back here the following week. Okay?
So we are doing tomorrow's game still.
Yes, we are. And then a week off, and then we'll come back again.
I'll
And
let you,
hope everybody has some good presents to get.
What presents? Are you getting me something? I didn't know you cared so much, Nexus.
Yeah, you're a little
I-
far away.
I already know that I won't be here for the game after Christmas, so I just let you know now.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Yeah, I
So
thought I did, but I couldn't remember.
yeah, so the 31st will be the next game for this one, and then the 31st is when you're off. So yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody have a good night there and a good holiday there, and we'll see you in a week.
All right, later, y'all.
Right.
Later.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Good night.
All right, so that was a good role playing session there, and two players that couldn't make it, but those are the kind of sessions that you do that sort of stuff, which worked out really well because obviously it was part of the story. And for this campaign here, as I mentioned, there will be no game next week, but there will be returning the week after on a December 31st. Okay, so until the next video, have a good evening.